Waitress refills his coffee. CEO sees her necklace, freezes mid-sip. That was my daughter's. Rain streaked across the diner windows in thin silver lines as people shuffled in for warmth. It was the kind of place where the coffee tasted burnt, the booths squeaked, and the regulars never changed. But for 19-year-old Maya Turner it was survival. She tied her apron tighter, her dark curls slipping loose behind her ears as she hurried from table to table. She had been working double shifts all month. Rent was due. Her mother's medical bills were piling up. There was no room for mistakes. But that morning, someone walked in who would change everything. A man in a tailored charcoal coat stepped through the doors, brushing rain off his shoulders. He didn't belong there, not with the kind of suit that whispered money and the quiet confidence of someone used to being obeyed. He sat in Maya's section, pulling out a sleek tablet. She grabbed a coffee pot and approached the table. "Good morning, sir, coffee." He didn't look up at first. "Please," she poured. And as she did, his eyes finally lifted and froze on the small silver pendant resting against her throat, a tiny heart-shaped locket. His entire body stiffened. His cup stopped halfway to his mouth. His voice cracked. "Where did you get that necklace?" Maya blinked, startled by the sudden intensity in his eyes. It belonged to my best friend. She passed away years ago. Her family left it behind. My mom kept it for me." He stared like he'd seen a ghost. "That was my daughter's," he whispered. Maya stepped back, heart pounding. "You're what?" He swallowed hard. "My daughter, Lily. That locket, it's one of a kind. I had it custom-made for her when she turned 9. Maya felt the room tilt. "Lily Parker?" she asked, voice shaking. The man nodded slowly. "Yes." Her breath caught. "Sir, Lily was my best friend." Silence slammed between them. He looked like he'd been punched. "My name is William Parker," he said. "I'm her father." Maya's eyes softened. She knew that name. CEO of Parker Innovations, billionaire. But that didn't matter now. She remembered Lily, not the money, not the house, just the girl who always shared her crayons, who braided her hair, who promised they'd grow up together. Until the car accident took her away. Will's hands trembled. How did you get that necklace?" Maya hesitated. "After the accident. Your wife, Mrs. Parker, gave it to my mom. She said Lily would have wanted me to have it." Her voice softened. "I never take it off." Will looked down, fighting emotion he hadn't allowed himself to feel in years. Tears pressed behind his eyes but refused to fall. "My wife passed away last year," he said quietly. "Cancer." Maya gasped softly. "I'm so sorry." He exhaled shakily. "She never told me she gave that necklace away." His eyes darkened. "We weren't on good terms after Lily died. I buried myself in work. She needed me. I wasn't there." Maya's heart cracked a little, and then Will asked the question he had been afraid of for years. Did she ever talk about me when you two were together?" Maya nodded slowly, remembering the little girl sitting on her bedroom floor, twisting her locket between her fingers. "She adored you," Maya whispered. "Every time she drew pictures, you were always the superhero. She used to say, 'My dad fixes everything.'" Will's breath shattered. He leaned forward, elbows on the table, hands clasped against his forehead. His shoulders shook, a grown man, a billionaire, breaking in the middle of a diner. Maya instinctively reached out, resting a gentle hand on the table. "Sir, she loved you. She never blamed you." He looked up slowly, eyes red. "But I blamed myself." Maya nodded softly. "Sometimes grief lies to us." He stared at her. Ellie stared as if trying to understand how a teenager in a diner apron could speak with such quiet wisdom. But what neither of them expected next was the shift in the air. The moment everything clicked into place. "Can I ask you something?" Will said, his voice gentler. "Of course. How are you here?" His eyes scanned her uniform, worn shoes, tired face. "You look too smart for this place." She laughed softly. "I'm saving for college. I want to study medicine. My mom, she's sick, and I want to give her better care than she's getting. But tuition's expensive, so I work." Will stared at her, stunned. A girl wearing his daughter's necklace, working to save her mother, sacrificing everything just like his wife used to do. He swallowed hard. "Maya, what if you didn't have to struggle alone?" She shook her head quickly. "Sir, I'm not asking for anything. I swear I know." His voice was steady now, firm. "But I'm offering." He took a breath. "Let me help you. I want to pay for your college." Maya froze. "What?" No, sir. That's too much. It's not enough." He interrupted. "Not compared to what you gave me today." She frowned. "I didn't give you anything." "Yes, you did." His voice wavered. "You gave me my daughter back. Just for a moment. You brought her memory to life in a way I haven't felt in 10 years. She stared at him, speechless. He opened his wallet and slid a business card across the table. "My personal number. Call me tomorrow. We'll set up everything. Tuition, books, expenses. I'll take care of it." Maya blinked, tears finally gathering. "Why me?" He looked at the necklace again. "Because Lily loved you," he whispered. "And because helping you feels like honoring her." Maya covered her mouth, overwhelmed, but then the bell above the diner door jingled, and a woman rushed in. Maya's co-worker. "Maya, your mom's on the phone. She fainted at home." Maya's world collapsed. She ran to the counter, hands shaking as she grabbed the phone. Mom, are you okay?" A weak voice answered, "Honey, it's just pain. I'll be fine." Maya felt tears sting her eyes. "I'm coming home right now." When she hung up, she turned to Will. Panicked, I have to go. I'll drive you." "No, sir, it's okay. I'll take the bus. You don't have time for the bus," he said firmly. "Let me help." Something in his tone, protective, steady, made her nod. The drive was quick. When they reached her apartment, Maya rushed inside with Will behind her. Her mother lay weak on the couch, clutching her stomach. Will knelt beside her gently. "Ma'am, I'm Will Parker. I want to get you the best medical care available." Maya's mom blinked, confused. Why? Why would a man like you help people like us?" Will looked at Maya. "Because your daughter saved me without even knowing it." The older woman's eyes softened. She nodded slowly, tears slipping down her cheeks. Understanding more than words could explain. Within hours, he had arranged a private doctor. Within days, her mother's treatment began. Within months, Maya was enrolled in a pre-med program, and every time Will met her for updates, he'd bring flowers, Lily's favorite kind. One afternoon, as Maya prepared to leave for her first day of classes, Will appeared at her door with a small velvet box. He handed it to her silently. Inside was a tiny silver bracelet, engraved for the girl who brought light back. Her breath trembled. "Sir." He shook his head. "Call me Will. Your family now." Tears spilled down Maya's cheeks as she hugged him, something she never would have dared months before. He hugged her back, gently, like a father who had learned how to love again. And as she walked toward her bright future, the necklace resting against her heart, she whispered, "Thank you, Lily, because sometimes the people we lose send us the people we need." Moral of the story: grief may break us, but love shared, remembered, passed on has the power to rebuild us, and sometimes the moments that seem accidental are the ones written exactly for our healing.